Hey, this is Scott with Vert News. We're just walking up to the Drink Coffee Do Stuff in Truckee, California, getting ready to have an interview with Kristina Randrup, who's about to run the Broken Arrow Triple Crown. So we'll soon be talking to Kristina. Meanwhile, it's time to have a coffee from the Western States, official coffee of Western States 100, and also the Vert Running Series.
With the poison oak a little bit.
Where was this at?
On the Dipsy Trail.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I ran Dipsy 2 weeks ago now.
And how did you like Dipsy?
I mean, I've been on the trail many times. This is my first time running it. And because I was in the runners section, I started at 8:42 a.m. I had to earn my way into the invite for next year, so I had to pass a lot of folks.
So you are in for next year, right?
I am.
Awesome.
I earned my invite spot.
Yay!
Yeah.
Nice job. That's way awesome.
Yeah,
And
really
now we're here in the big town of Truckee.
yeah.
What are you doing here in Truckee?
I am in Truckee to run the Triple Crown at Broken Arrow.
Nice. And I think you've been here at least one time, right?
Yes, this is my third time at Broken Arrow, second time doing the Triple Crown. I just did the 46K in 2022.
Awesome. And which one do you like the best?
I like the Triple Crown, honestly, because I think I do well on tired legs. And even though there is like anxiety around, oh, I have to do 3 of the races, you don't get stressed about the individual fields.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to run well each day versus stressing out over how competitive each field is, because each field is really competitive, but it's exciting to get to be a part of all 3 of the really competitive fields.
And how many competitors are there in the triple?
I have no idea
Okay.
how many people are.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I didn't look either. I know all the other events are maxed out at 500.
Yeah, there's fewer in the Triple Crown. I know Amanda Basham's running the Triple Crown again. We both ran it last year, so it'll be fun to race with her again.
Good, awesome.
Yeah, she's super rad.
And which one do you like of the Triple Crown?
I mean, I think I have to say 46K because it's the longest, and that tends to be what I do better at. The VK is really fun because it's so out of my comfort zone, but it's also definitely the race that I just have to get through.
Right. I just happened to be up there today, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is definitely has this steep sections in it, and you're redlining all the way.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
What time? That goes off at what, 9 tomorrow?
9:30.
9:30 tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you do what's your next one on Saturday?
46K starting at 7 a.m. and then the 23K is at 8 a.m. on Sunday.
Okay, awesome. So you got 3 days coming up. What did you do to prepare for these?
I mean, training as usual. I don't think we really changed much compared to a normal training block. I don't have like a huge down period after this, because even though it is like a big stimulus weekend, no individual race is gonna beat me up completely. So we'll do a down week next week. I'm pacing at Western States and then go straight back into normal training after a week down.
Awesome. And then who are you pacing?
I am pacing Lottie Brinks.
Nice, awesome.
So we're crewing her. I guess I'm running with her at 2 points. I'm running with her all the way down Forest Hill because
Okay.
one of our other crew members is going to drop me at the top of Bath Road, and I'll run her all the way down to our crew at the bottom of Forest Hill. But then I'm properly pacing Pointed Rocks to the finish.
Wow, you get 2 really awesome sections
Yeah.
there. So
I'm really excited.
Yeah, I would definitely be excited for that too.
I think she's good. My call is that she'll be on the podium.
Yeah, I like that call.
Yeah.
I know it's a tough field this year.
It's a tough field, but she's
I
so
think,
fast.
yeah, she's definitely. I think I actually had her picked for first this year.
I don't do free trail fantasy. I have like my own picks in my head,
Right.
but I don't actually like vote for people.
I did that once and I didn't do too well. I did yeah, that was the gorge.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm not good at this, the fantasy stuff. I'll allow the others to do that, but I do have my own picks
Yeah.
that I tend to. But it may change the day up too. A lot of times.
See who shows up or
I want-
how they feel.
I want to go back. You said we are going to take a break. Who's the we?
The we is my coach. So sometimes when I talk about like a training block, I'll say we as in like what we're doing together. I guess it's technically my legs that are taking the down week, but it's his plan.
Okay, and who is your coach?
I'm coached by David Roach.
Nice.
So is Claire.
Yep.
Still. And so are a lot of really awesome, badass runners.
Oh yeah, David sticks in my mind a lot. A couple of years ago, I was doing Tiger Claw.
Oh yeah.
And I happened to, of course, being lapped by him as he came by me, and was having a tough time on one spot of the trail. And he just come by and he says, "You're freaking amazing!" And it's always stuck with me. And today I utilize that a lot with other people in life. So
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for David, and just that little brief moment. I can't imagine what he's like to have as a coach.
I mean, even before I started working with him, I always try to pass people on or cheer people on when they pass me, when I pass them. I see people going another direction, whatever it is.
Mhm.
I think, why not like cheer someone on? But especially since working with him, I try even harder to do that.
Yeah, I notice he brings a lot into he brings a lot into the coaching part and just in life in general, you know. So that's way cool to know that David's there all the time. I'm sure,
Yeah.
like he is with all those other athletes too. So that's way cool to hear. I want to go back to the first part of the year. You've had a pretty amazing year from what I've seen.
I've had an all over the place year. Started out the year, MLK weekend, broke my arm pretty badly. I displaced my wrist, so it was next to my arm, fractured my ulna, and broke my radius in half. So then I could not run Orcas Island 50K because I had surgery a few days before it. And then I was in at Big Alta a month later. It was a month and a day post-surgery. And then I ran Chuckanut, and Chuckanut went pretty badly. I had some lady troubles that really did not go well. And then I did Gorge, and Gorge was fantastic. It was really great, and finished third there. And my goal was to be my biggest goal with Gorge was to just have a solid 100K. I hadn't run 100K in 4 years, and no matter where I ended up, I wanted to say, okay, I ran 100K, and I troubleshooted if I needed to, or whatever it was, like I had a solid finish. I wanted to be on the podium, but like whatever, as long as I ran solid, I would be happy with that.
Right.
So now I'm excited to do another 100K and actually like race harder, because I feel like I was very conservative in the first half and was worried about burning myself out or doing something stupid, that I took it very conservatively most of the race.
And that was good weather for that one too.
It was great weather.
Yeah,
perfect
yeah.
weather.
Excellent weather. A lot of fast runners that day. I thought you did absolutely wonderful. I got to see you a couple of times, and that was cool to be able to see and ring the bell for you and kind of get you to have that big smile. And that's something I see a lot of you. And that's way cool to see that. You know, when we see you on the start line, no matter where you're at, you're right up front. You're ready to go. And you always have that smile as soon as they start. You know, you could see that, man, you're doing something you enjoy.
I love running.
Yeah.
Yeah, something I say to a lot of my friends outside of running is, they all know I run, and I run like mad woman, but I just genuinely love running so much, and I don't care what that looks like for other people, if that's a 6-minute pace, a 12-minute pace, a 15-minute pace, a 20-minute pace, if it's a 5K, a 10K, 100 miles. I want people to enjoy running in the way that works for them, because I know how much joy it brings me, that I want them to like feel a little bit of that joy in whatever way works for them. Like, I'm not going to force everyone to go run ultras, because that's not what everyone wants to do, but I know how much joy it brings me and how much it brings to my life, that I want other people to find that in their own way.
That is cool. I like that. In particular, with myself, I hated to run. Today I do like it, and it's a piece of my life now. But it's cool that you share that with the others, no matter whether they're at the front of the pack, the middle of the pack, or what I call at the back, or the DFL, or whatever it is. And I see that about you. You're always joyful and just loving about that. So I know you've had your bad days, but it was so cool to see how you handled an injury and just took it well.
That was my first injury.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And he handled it very well, you know. I got to watch you at Big Alta as you wore a brace, and of course you're going to favor it a little bit, but you came right back not favoring it at the next event. And then at the Gorge, it was just fantastic how you ran. So good to see that. I just want to say thank you for coming out to the Vert running series. We enjoy having you out there. And you've done amazing with the Vert series, and we really appreciate that. And we hope that we get to see you a couple more times, or at least one more time this year.
I don't know about this year. I'm running the USATF 50-mile champs in October. So
that's
it's
down
a little
there.
iffy to do Mount Si or North Bend Skyline training for that.
Right.
But if I can make one of them work, I totally will.
Yeah. And totally
Races
understand.
I'll come back to, of course, anytime.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Where is the USATF championship?
In Pennsylvania. So
Okay.
It's technically the road championships, but it's on like forest roads.
Okay. Nice.
I think I can run really well on forest roads.
Yeah.
And we got like good loops of that on Tiger.
Yeah, they do.
Lots of good practice.
Yeah, especially the east side of Tiger over to Poo Poo Point.
Yeah,
I love that in the wintertime. It's a good place to run.
Yeah, that's coming down. When I broke my wrist, actually, I had just done a really fantastic long run. I had gone up Poo Poo all the way on West Side Road to East Tiger Summit, turned around, and then a mile from the Platte, a mile and a half from Sunset, I fell on ice. The last ice.
Welcome to Truckee.
The last ice patch of the entire day. And everyone asked me, like, oh, did you fall running? I was like, well, in the moment, actually, I was tiptoeing really carefully and I fell. In the moment, I wasn't running, but thank you.
Okay, thanks for sharing us that one. I think I would have come up with something like, I was just bombing this down.
No, I don't screw with ice. It screws you up.
It does, you know, and you don't want to have any more injuries. And we don't want to see that either, you know.
One wrist scar is enough.
Yeah, let's just say no more.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. Kristina, you mentioned you were going to do another 100K, excuse me.
Yeah, I am planning on doing Miwok next year.
Okay, awesome.
I was supposed to do it in 2020, and then 2020 happened, and then something's come up every year that I can't do it. This year I was registered, and then I was going to a conference the week before Miwok, and I didn't want to race 100K 2 days after coming back from European Central Time.
Right.
So I did Gorge instead.
Cool.
And now I'll finally get to do Miwok next year. We don't have that conference next year.
So Gorge was your second 100K, am I right?
Yes, I did Black Canyon in 2020.
Okay, yeah. I knew you had done one previously, and I couldn't remember which one.
Yeah.
What took you into trail running?
I've run trails since I started running. I grew up in the East Bay in Berkeley, right next to Tilden Park. So, and then even when I joined cross country in high school, I didn't join until junior year, but our high school as well, we would run on trails almost every day. So we would run on trails because we were just right next to all the parks. And it's one thing one thing I've told a lot of people is that there's a reason that everybody I ran with in high school still runs. We trained on trails, we had fun at practice. We all just found a lot of joy in the sport outside of competition or in addition to competition, and it also kept us really healthy.
Right.
So I credit trail running to keeping the love of running alive, not just for me, but for everybody else I ran with. And it's really cool to see that continuing from the high school. I didn't join cross country and track until junior year of high school, but my sophomore year of high school, my parents signed me up for a few trail races as well. So they kicked me into the ultras pretty early. I ran my first ultra when I was 18.
Wow.
It was the summer after my first year of undergrad. And I just, as I got longer, I got better. Just kind of went with it.
And that's cool to hear that you started early at this, because we've been working with Joe McConaughey and Tricia Steidel to bring in the Youth Trail Project, and that's a big part of what we're working with is to get the youth excited about trail running at an earlier age, and let them know that there's another option besides just track and cross country. So
I've actually been asked by people, like, how do I get young people into trail running? Like, you did it so young, how did you get into it? And my honest answer is, I'm not the person to ask. Like, it was just what I did.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically the default option. I didn't make a conscious choice. We just had a pretty healthy mix of trail and road and track practices from the beginning, that it was never a second thought to me. Yeah.
Well, and it was good that your coach back then allowed you to get on the trail too, because many coaches are not favorable towards trail running if they're doing cross country or if they're doing track. They think it's
strong, and you need to be strong for cross country.
I love that.
The races that we did in cross country were in the regional parks.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't like grass cross country courses. They were courses with proper big hills in them.
Well, and when I think of that, I think of Mount Si High School, right up next to Tiger Mountain, and that lays out not the golf course stuff, and golf courses are no fun. They're boring, but fun to run barefoot. Anyways, Kristina, it's just great to be able to get to know you a little better. We love having you around, and we're wishing you the best here at Broken Arrow for the next 3 days, and excited to get the cowbells out and start ringing them all weekend long.
All the good vibes I can get.
I'll be on the course tomorrow, someplace, I don't know where. So.
Yeah, I know Lottie said she's gonna be out on the VK course somewhere, and I was like, good, I need everything I can get tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to it. Kristina, you have a great weekend, and we'll be seeing you soon.